But yeah. So, where we left off, Rin, Val, and Dax and Jonda, y'all were going to bed.
More or less.
More or less after Rin acquiring her soul gem, using it.
Yep.
Valenthian maybe learning of a missing memory. And things like that. With Stkx, Krix, Zaz, and Tom. Zaz got left back at Sanctuary, or no, I think Zaz, you went with. Zaz dropped Liam off to Sanctuary.
And then went back the next morning with Alrek and to the Elven capital, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go from there to meet up with the rest of the crew.
Yep. A urgent get Tom back to Sanctuary. Tom, who has felt a feeling a missing connection to the powers he had. Maybe not the same as being close into the vault, but something similar. Joe, are you in Cali today? It's sunny.
You're muted.
He's got to be somewhere else.
Yep.
Can't hear you, Joe.
No. Your mic is
Muty.
not working, sir.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
Sure.
All right. I'm going back to Cali. Well, while Joe's working on his mic, we will instead start with our other group. So, where we're going to pick up is we're going to pick up at Rin hearing in her head the scream of a woman and a plea to find Ulrich.
Right. So she would be sitting on the bed praying that will happen, and she will say, Meathead, wake up! Wake up right now!
Oh, what is it now?
Well, this is no time for sleeping. I was talking to my lady, and something is terribly wrong.
What are you
Terribly
talking
wrong.
about?
Well, I was talking to her like I normally do, and normally she answers back. Because she told me a thing, and then I asked her a question, and there was nothing. But what there was like I saw chains, and they purpley eyes, but not like your purpley eyes. Like they were strange purpley eyes with no, kind of like mine, just purpley, and like a very weirdly toothy smile, very white teeth, I will say, but a kind of mischievous-looking smile, and then a scream of a woman, which I am sure is her. Obviously, she has been captured by a purple-eyed, toothy being.
Who'd have the power to capture a goddess?
I don't know. I do know that before that, I had asked her a question, and she about my people marching on Termina, and she had said there was no time. We need to summon Ulrich, who is in this diary here, and she'll just he's in here. I don't know him, but I've read about him, and it says some other things. And I think I need to talk to Alaric right now.
Oh, well, you better message him then.
Great,
what do you
because
think I should do?
You cannot talk to her. She won't answer. Do you have anybody else you would want to? Do you talk to anybody?
I mean,
do you
it's been
have
a long
friends?
time since I've spoken to Bellerum, but I could try and reach out.
Okay. I mean, if you think it's worth a try, I am not sure why anyone. I mean, she is pretty powerful and pretty great, but I'm not sure why anyone would want to capture a deity. But I do know that I mean, she could be a singular case, but if this becomes a trend, that's probably bad news.
All right. You go message Alaric. I'll get myself together and see what I can do.
Great. Okay, and I'm gonna pull out the sending stone in awkward fashion, and I will to Alaric. Do I have to say to Alaric? Will it just go to Alaric?
It'll just go to that stone. Yeah.
I think
Great.
you think him.
I'm gonna think about him, but I'm gonna do it in Undercommon because I hate talking to him in Common. I hate it. So in Undercommon, I will say, this is the sending stone. By the way, it's this big. The Raven Queen is captured by something with purple eyes. Dark elves march on Termina. There is no time. We need to summon Ulrich immediately. And then I'll just awkwardly hold him down. Are you counting?
Yeah. Where the fuck have you been? You know what? It's not important. Get to Phrasia. I'll see you in the morning.
I mean, not my plan. Oh, I don't think it works again. I think I have to wait. I will wait.
After she hears her reply, she will see Val in the middle of the old headquarters with his hammer doing a big circle. And then he
He's gonna
starts
have the weirdest face. She's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck is he doing?"
Starts whispering an incantation his father taught him many, many years ago into the hammer. And then he'll turn it head side down and hit it on the ground like he does, except this time it'll be giant runes on the ground. And then he'll sit in the middle of it. Bellerum, I know it's been a long time since I've reached out. Something's going on and something's happened to the Raven Queen. We fear maybe they could come after you. But I'm hoping at least you can give us information or some sort of guidance that might point us in the direction that we need to go to get her back. And then I just sit there meditating in the middle of the runes to see if any response comes at all.
Roll persuasion. Or religion. Whichever's higher.
And was this
Persuasion?
Was this the three-way sending stone? Would I have heard that message from Rin?
It was the three-way sending stone.
It is, but I don't know how it works.
Me neither.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say you can pick whichever one it goes to. That's what, because otherwise
Unless you want to be on a three-way call.
y'all would have heard everything that Stkx said that day.
That's true.
So I'm gonna say no.
Sure. Okay.
7. Okay. Your runes glow no different. You feel no presence. You see no sign.
Did it work?
Sorry, lass, you didn't respond. But as soon as I'm able to, I'll try again.
You can. Well, I don't know how that guy works. Here is the predicament, right? Alaric was super pleased to hear from us. He clearly misses us. He wants us to go to Farasia now. I don't know. I still know that there are things to be asked of, who in Stkx. So, I don't know.
How are we supposed to get all the way to Farasia by morning?
That was the other thing. When I was talking to her before, she had told me, before the purple toothy guy, or lady, I don't really know, third person, she had told me that in the morning a way would present itself and we would be able to get back to where we were going. But now, do we just skip that part and go to Farasia, or do we do what we were supposed to be doing and what I need to be doing, and then go to Farasia?
That is a quandary that I don't know how to answer.
The only reason I would go, one, I don't want to go, but the only reason I would want to go to Stkx before we go to Farasia, well, I mean, they're both kind of important. Farasia, Alaric seemed concerned. I am concerned. The Raven Queen sounded distressed. But also, perhaps the matron mother would know of this name that I have found in this book. Do you know this name? Mathurian? Mathurian? I don't know. Do you know that name?
I will roll a history check. Motherfucker. No, I don't.
It's it's in this part right here that that mentions a sanctuary, and I don't think it means sanctuary, but I think it means our sanctuary, and I think that it is something that is important, and I don't know if my matron mother would know that, but I also know that she would know how to get to the realms that have been opened that others are visiting now, the big three. That's what Natasha was telling me earlier at some point. And then also about this whole dark elf incursion. Perhaps there are answers there, or do we just skip that altogether and just go?
If we go to Farasia, and that goes quickly, we might be able to get a teleport to Stkx, or at least as close to it as possible from Alaric.
Here's the problem with going there first. The others will be there.
I know.
One person is way easier to not wrangle, maneuver perhaps, than all of them, especially with flute playing artists that would be stomped.
Are y'all having this conversation in the middle of the barn, I'm assuming?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Making sure John is going to chime up and say, I can teleport us.
To where?
To Farasia.
Yes, but that is the problem we are having. Do we go there, or do we go you know where because of you know why?
If we don't like what's going on in Farasia, will you quickly teleport us to Stkx? Just us?
I
know that means defying Alaric, but
What do you mean if we don't like? Well, Farasia they were supposed to be, they probably handled that already, no? Why would we need to go there? Why did he sound so upset?
I've no idea.
I mean, I don't know. I know that our mission was not finished, but he sounds like he is upset, actually, which I really don't care about. It's kind of exhilarating to hear him so upset, you know. It reminds me of growing up, you know. I don't know. What do you think? Where do you want to go? I do not want Dax to go.
No, he still
I
needs
can
to go
still
back
get
to
Dax.
Sanctuary.
I can still get him to Sanctuary
Okay.
after
Okay.
we meet with
Right.
Lard.
I say that we need to go figure out this invasion shit before anything else.
I am concerned. She genuinely sounded like she was in distress, which is not something I have ever heard in her voice before. Nor have you actually, probably being around her for any length of time. She's just not like that. And okay, but if we go back to Stkx, I will go by myself before I take everyone down there.
I'll go with you.
Okay, well, John Dahl, we need to go in the morning, like first thing, apparently.
Okay. I cannot teleport 3 different places. I can't take Dax and take you.
You said we could go to Farasia and then you could take Dax. That is what I'm telling you. Pay attention, keep up.
Oh, I thought you wanted to go to Stkx now.
No, I do want to go, but we're going to go. I'm going to go after by myself, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to take the whole group down there because I'm just not going to do that. So yes, to Farasia in the morning, and then you take him out to Sanctuary.
Okay, that works.
Great.
I'm going back to bed. I'm going back to bed.
Great.
Keep it down.
No promises.
All right, now let's move over.
Would I have heard Alaric respond to the message?
No, like I said, because if it was 3-way, you would all hear each other.
No, I'm just wondering if he got the message while I was beside him when he was with us, or did he get it before?
He got this the night before.
Beautiful. Then I can get rid of my message.
Yeah, he got this the night before, so
Okay.
Yeah, you would not.
Am I still not coming through, or am I?
You are coming through now, sir. That's why I was going to wait on it.
Great.
All right. Just to make sure, we're teleporting in the morning.
He said in the morning. Teleport is basically instantaneous. We can wait. We don't have to go right now. Yeah. I'm gonna read the diary though until then. That's what I'm doing. Just so we're clear.
Wouldn't the wizard have said, if we go now, I still have 2 teleports tomorrow?
I think he was more worried about that. He still had a very long day.
We've all had very long days, amounts of time.
This is the first sleep y'all have had.
Yes, basically.
So, yeah.
You're muted, Beth.
John Bell's the caster. Of course she wants to sleep.
Okay. Let's start with Alaric, Kirashio, and Zaz, who have just teleported into Farasia. It's not going to be anything too crazy, I don't think. You teleport there. Farasia it's not like your typical, it's not a wood elf city, it's a high elf city. So it's really intricate architecture. It's melded well with nature, but it's not a part of nature. These are separate buildings. But really nice. Lots of smooth marble, carved marble. You'll get there and you'll be able to tell that Alaric and Kirashio are a little bit on the edge. And they'll tell you that we're waiting for, that we're going to wait for the other 3, because they don't know about that. So, to show up, and then you'll ride out. And I'm going to say that's where you Rin, Phoenix, Anthony. Rin, Valenthian, Jonda, and Dax are going to wake. Maybe grab a scone for breakfast and and teleport to Farasia. It's where you see Zaz, Lark, and Kirashio. Finally.
What do you mean, where have we been? Around.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get a hold of you for a little while.
There's been no contact for like a week.
Did you die?
Did you die?
I'm alive now. That's all that matters.
So safe check didn't work out.
I don't know that I would say that like that with you, Meathead.
We still have room to get around. We just need to get back there as soon as we can and keep moving forward.
Okay, well, we can talk about your issue after we pick up Tom.
Wait, which issue? The part where I said that the Dark Elves are marching now? Or the part that I said my lady has been captured? Or what issue? I need to be clear here.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a whole lot going on.
Yes.
A whole lot.
We will discuss everything later. We'll get Tom. Jonda can teleport us back to Sanctuary.
What's wrong with Tom? Why do you need to get him? Why do you have that face? What is going on?
You want me to tell them, or do you want to tell them?
Zaz knows better than us as far as everything that's happened. If you'd like to fill her in, let's get on a horse while we do this.
Okay. We don't think Tom's been in contact with the God of Light.
Since when?
We don't know when. But he was very adamant on killing a particular person.
That's weird.
At least
Tom is
a
not
couple
like
weeks
that.
ago.
He is definitely not the one I would believe me about killing someone, but not the Tom.
Remember when he was seemed really sad and despondent, and then like stopped wearing his robes?
Yes, I remember. I helped him pick out his outfit. Yes.
Right. So at least since then, I would guess, or right around then, he hasn't been speaking with the God of Light.
Huh. We had a pretty good talk about being a champion. What? Besides wanting to kill, why did he want to kill? Who did he want to kill?
Because he was told to kill them. He was told
that does not sound like. That is odd. What do you think?
He's been behaving weird.
I had a gummy bear, sorry.
Get the damn scone out of your mouth and say the words.
I mean, if there's something wrong with Tom, then we definitely need to get that dear man taken care of.
Wait a minute. You said since about that time that he changed his clothes, he has not been communing with the God of Light. I am not.
Guess.
Do you think maybe, Mita? Do you think maybe the God of Light also? Is that possible?
I suppose, but I surely hope not, especially for Tom's sake.
Wait, what?
This is the short story. I was talking to the Raven Queen yesterday about some things, and she was very different, and then all of a sudden I tried to follow up and there was no answer, but I did see in my mind's eye chains and like purple eyes that look like mine with, you guys have that weird circle in a circle there, they were purpley, but they're not like Valentian's purpley, but purpley, and then like this weird toothy smile. I don't know who that was. I did see the white teeth, but I don't know anything about who that is. But I feel pretty sure that the Raven Queen has been captured.
So you're saying you think maybe the God of Light's been captured too?
I do not know. I'm just saying if it is like all of a sudden, I feel pretty sure that the Tom was talking to the God of Light at some point. When we met him and for a while after, I feel pretty sure about that. And if you are saying that he has changed that much so quickly,
the God of Light wouldn't have gotten captured.
Right, just like the Raven Queen wouldn't have gotten captured either. Okay,
Yep,
great.
Thousands of
No,
years
it's
ago,
not possible.
And thousands of years ago, they thought they couldn't kill a god, and yet
Right.
the God of Courage was killed.
I'm just saying.
By gods.
So if it's another god who captured him,
I don't know. Also, so I've been reading this.
Anyway, I can't say for all of what's happened before now, but in the last few weeks, Tom has not been speaking with the God of Light.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
been
not saying that
encouraging
that
to
is
do things bad.
Yeah. Well,
and
yeah, I'm not saying that that is what has happened. I'm just wondering if this is a thing that is happening. Because I feel pretty sure that he was speaking with the God. Do you feel like that, Valentine? That at some point he was speaking with the God of Light?
With how happy that wee old man is, there's no other person he could have been talking to.
Right. I don't know.
There are some very deceitful gods out there. Or
Insight on Alaric's side. Natural 20.
It's annoyance, frustration, and a biting tongue. And with your nat 20, I'll also say that, Alaric and Curatio are riding together, and at that side, Curatio shoots him a knowing look.
Okay.
Okay, so as this ride continues, this conversation continues, you are riding hard.
Oh yeah,
so
if
it's
we weren't
not like
riding hard
like
before.
this.
He wasn't
riding hard
that
before. Once like the description of what she saw and the Raven Queen being captured, I've been like, all right, let's go faster.
Yep.
I'm sorry, poor horse.
I want to
didn't
get
wanna ride
the
this
party
fast.
together. So, doo-ka-doo-ka-doo. Now, because it's going to be about a day of travel for y'all to meet up. So,
That was about a half a day travel to meet them, because they were a day away, and
they were a day away, meeting in the middle. So yeah, half day. And he says you're riding hard for a half day. You are correct. So, the morning of this day, Krix, Stkx, and Tom on your way to Pharation. Anything before we meet to our midway point?
We don't have Tom. We have Nehum. Tom is in Sanctuary.
No, other way around.
Oh, okay, we have Tom.
Correct.
That'll work. I thought we had her. Okay.
If Tom was at Sanctuary,
Right.
there would have
No,
been a
that's why
different
I
sequence
went
of
to
events here.
Sanctuary was to take her back
we'll
to
be
get her
fine.
taken care of.
He
I had
murders
it
everyone.
backwards. That's right. I had it backwards. My bad.
Yeah, Lark wouldn't be coming if Tom was had already been brought to him.
I was also more
in morning
thinking
punching.
Curatio left her there also. Okay.
The pricks would have foregone any morning hunting in the light of strange behavior. So
Yeah, I got good berries
she's
if
not
we ever
leaving
needed
camp
it.
until they're all ready to leave.
And anyone there would have observed Tom in the morning coming out of the tent. Just, I mean, feels like an aura is gone from him. He's not wearing his white and purple robes. He's just wearing. He's not wearing his original priestly robes. He's dressed very, very simply, and he's just kind of packing and moving everything silently.
So I think Stkx made that rope, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How are you feeling, Tom? How was your night? We didn't want to wake you for a watch, so we kind of did it.
It was eye-opening.
You can
What do
see,
you mean?
though. Can you not? Your eyes aren't white.
I believe I can, right?
Yes, you can. They did not know that, though.
All
Right,
right.
first morning.
Yeah, I mean, Tom's being honest at this point. Yes, I can see. And that's about all I can do.
What do you mean?
My Krix, my magic is gone, and I know exactly why.
Well, that's weird.
What do you mean your magic is gone? The only way that could happen is if your patron had stripped you.
Mine's just part of me.
Listen, I have something to tell all of you, and I don't know if now is the time, or if I need to tell Alaric as well. Maybe I should tell everyone together. Let me keep my distance. I will follow you.
You will ride with us. You are safer with us. If you have no powers, you will not truly be able to hurt us. Let's just ride
Rather
fast.
have you in the middle.
Yeah, whatever you say.
I still don't understand how your magic could be gone. I don't understand the patron relationship. I was born with mine.
His powers are a gift.
So
So
you wouldn't know the patron relationship. Well, I guess
be familiar with it.
Yeah.
Remember who my husband
know
is.
divine, but
so
you know divine, but as far as like, I mean, clerics get it from worshiping.
Yeah.
So, knowing what he does for casting, she would be familiar. She wouldn't know much about it, but she would at least know that his powers are a gift. That's about all she knows. So for her,
that's pretty much all Stkx would know too.
How does your gift go away without it being taken away?
Yeah. Well, how do you feel though, Tom? Do you feel different? Like you're not sick or anything. You look fine.
I'm not sick. I feel empty. Liam is safe, right?
Yes, she's back home.
Okay.
If anything can get her there,
we have bigger problems.
Yeah. Let's just make our best time to Farasia. I need to I need to think about what I'm going to say.
Yeah. And if you really want, Tom, I would be happy to go to a temple with you.
I'll think about it.
Okay. Could even go to a different one. It's up to you.
Okay. So, y'all make your way out. We're going to do our half-day travel, unless there's anything either party wants to discuss among themselves. Cool.
No, I think we're good.
So, you reach 2-ish in the afternoon. There's a little rest stop area somewhere along the road, and that is there's not a town. It would be like I don't know what the outpost
a way station or something
for it. Yeah, I mean, well, it'd be similar to the way station.
Get out, stretch our legs.
Right. Pull over, throw the trash out of the horse's saddlebag.
Watering hole.
In any sense.
At least in older English timeframes, there would be like inns and way stations along the roads that are well traveled.
We're gonna say
probably something like that.
Yeah, we're gonna say an inn. We'll say Alaric's group got there first, and y'all probably got there around 1 o'clock. You wait for about an hour. Here comes the other three, and merge. The party is one again.
So as soon as she feels that she's within range of Zaz, Krix will tell him. Tom's powers are strict.
What?
He has no powers.
Well, I guess we'll let him tell Alaric then. There's got to be more to that than what he told you guys. He's been very closed-lipped of late.
Yeah, something happened last night, but he didn't want to have to tell it over and over again, so he was waiting till we all got together.
I guess we'll hear the story from the horse's mouth.
Oh, why you insist on using that expression? It's so stupid.
And horses are fairly dumb animals.
Valor's behind the inn, redoing that ritual to see if he can get through. Same prayer.
I'm playing my flute.
As soon as I see Tom, I have a thing.
While you're doing your ritual vow, while y'all wait, Alaric's going to tell you not to bother.
Why is that?
It's a waste.
That's for me to decide, sir, not you.
Maybe off of the back of his hand. By all means, make another persuasion. Now, I'm not sure if you did persuasion or religion. By all means, make another persuasion or religion for your prayer.
Okay.
It's better this time, but not much. 11.
Okay. You get
This
no
actually
response.
makes sense for Val, so.
You get no response. Yes, you can.
Alrighty. Oh, I love halflings.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Nope. Nada. Okay.
Sounds good.
So now they have came into view. You see Tom, Rin, misty-eyed, hair swaying in the breeze.
No, you don't.
The groups converge upon one another. You said you had something.
Yes, the moment I see Tom walk in the inn, I'm going to walk up to him, I'll pick him up, and I'm going to hold him to the wall. What is wrong with you? What happened? You wanted to kill someone? That does not like you at all.
Yes, I.
Leave him alone.
No, go away.
He's been through a lot. Why are you here?
Shut up. Why are you here? What happened, Tom? I'm talking to you. That's who I'm talking to.
We're supposed to be this way.
I
Nope,
deserve
I'm
it.
talking to Tom.
No,
Please
I
stop.
deserve it.
Stop.
You
Go ahead,
don't
Tom.
deserve anything.
Ren, I intend to tell you. I intend to tell all of you, and Alaric. I just don't intend to do it 9 times. Set me down.
I'll put you down.
He's fine.
I didn't ask you.
I'm glad that you both are well.
We have a few extra scars.
I see we have somebody extra,
2?
No, you don't.
or has Jandal already left with?
Yep, they pooped into Prasia and left, so
Oh.
no, you don't.
Oh,
Right.
where's
Yeah.
Jandal?
Not here. Tom, continue.
Is a Lark around?
Lark is around. Lark's right there. He's watching. He
Maybe
hasn't said
somewhere
anything
nicer?
yet.
Not here?
Why don't we just go back
Wait.
to Sanctuary?
But we're supposed to...
I have a feeling that there is more going on than we know, and if Sanctuary is where Alaric thinks we should be, then perhaps we should just go.
He could have just saved us a bunch of time and went there.
I pull out the scroll and be like, all right, let's go.
Oh. Kirashio's going to out. I've got this.
Okay.
And orbs, grabs, poofs. Y'all are now at the gates of Sanctuary.
This is counterproductive. Okay.
Officers Hall. Now.
Everybody?
All of you.
Do you want Neham? Since she's here.
She's fine.
Unconscious, isn't she?
Yeah,
We
she's
don't
in the
know,
halls
it's
of
been a
healing.
day.
She's in the halls of healing. That boss is taking care of her. It's fine.
Fine.
On the way, though, I want to pull Tom back a little bit, away from the group. Not like we're going. We're just a minute.
Yes.
Listen, I was upset because you are not the type to want to kill someone, and that made me nervous a little bit. Also, I'm gonna turn you around a little bit and just make sure that you look okay. Are you okay? You don't have to tell me the whole story. Just yes or no.
No. No,
Me
I'm
either.
not.
Me either, as a matter of fact. But I don't want to talk about that. I am glad to see you. Did you in fact kill anyone?
Okay. No, I owe them so much because they stopped me short.
Okay. Well, if you want to talk about it, we will talk about it. But if not, that is fine too.
I do. I think I need to. I need to confess and see what happens first.
I did not mean to be so upset. I just was worried.
No, it was warranted. That and more. Trust me.
Well, I'm not going to do anything crazy to you, Tom. You're all right sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Except for the scones. But we should probably go. There's a lot you...
What is that
don't
scar? Know. What is it? What is that?
Oh, that is a story for another time, perhaps. I will tell you. I owe my life to Valentian. Actually, I died.
Wow, you died?
Yeah.
And how are you here?
Valentian, but that is a story for another time. There's a lot going on.
Yes.
Please don't tell anybody right now.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have enough on my mind. I won't forget it, but I will not tell your secret.
That is
I
the
have plenty
least
of my
of
own
the
to tell.
secrets. Yes. Don't we all, Tom? It is okay. We should go.
Hey, you didn't even threaten my life if I didn't tell at that time.
I am not in the threatening mood to you this day, Tom. It's it's been a tough some amount of time for us, to be honest. So
Yes, indeed.
I can't promise that for tomorrow, but today you're okay.
A big shadow comes up behind Tom, picks him up, and puts him on my shoulders.
And we go.
Hitting his head on everything as he goes by.
Yeah. Please, Tom, please
I'm
roll
only
acrobatics.
6'2".
Please roll acrobatics to see if you bang your head on
8-foot
the
ceiling.
window, on the door frame.
That's a 12.
I'm gonna say it was the DC 10. Excuse me. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you get to the meeting hall. Large already sitting down. He's waiting on all you. He beat feet in there. He was fast walking it. Okay. Let's see if we can't hash this out. Tom, there's something you want to share.
Yes. Everyone stand back a little bit. I need to take something out of my pack and show you, but I don't want anyone touching it. Tom's going to go into his pack, and he's going to take out a bundle of what are his white and purple robes, and he's going to like lean out into the middle of everybody and shake it a little bit, and you're going to see his book fall out of that and hit the ground.
Your book.
Yes. Well, okay. I suppose I'll start here. I'm Tom Whittlebrim. I was a friar and a librarian for the League of Clerics. I was nothing really until I found that. And well, I thought I was finding an ancient text of the God of Light, but I think a part of me knew that maybe, they've reached out to me, and I thought that after 50 years, they were finally talking to me. And so I replied, and I had already pledged my life to the God of Light, so it was nothing new. I just did it again to the book. That's when the powers came. I told all of you that, but things were, they were what they were. I met you. You've all been good to me. At first, it just talked to me about power, and then it began to talk to me about new teachings. And you all have been traveling with a fool. I listened. I took notes. I felt, it doesn't matter what I felt, but to get to the business of it, when we met with Neum, when we were meeting with Neum, it told me in advance that she was to be killed and I was not to intervene, and it would be better yet if I helped. I did not help. I didn't intervene, but I put the necklace on to save her, and didn't work, but that's the first time that it punished me. It took away my sight. It told me that she was meant to die, and, well, some of you know this already. The assassin, we still don't know who it was, and it came to me, and it told me that I was the champion, and I needed to do this, and it told me that I could finish it by putting the necklace around her again, and something else would happen. So I did, and days passed, and Stkx and Krix and Zaz, bless them, they noticed something was wrong, and they stepped in, and I don't even remember how I felt it. I felt that she was evil, that she was against us, and I tried to kill her. I even let myself be taken over for a moment to get it done, but they stopped me. And last night, I finally confronted it, and that is not the god of light. And I know its name, and it is ugly.
What is its name, Tom?
Mytherian.
I look immediately at Valenthian.
I'm going to pass around
Let's look at Alaric.
M tattoo that we found on the assassin and show it to everybody. This was on the assassin.
You've heard this name before.
Krix, by all means, roll an insight. It's a fairly obvious thing. Do you like my dramatic effect?
Oh, yes.
I feel like he would have, yeah, but I'm like right before then, Rin's gonna stare daggers at Valenthian.
23.
Yeah.
We haven't really got anything from Niham about why she...
You see a clenched jaw, obviously. Yeah. The name rings a bell and incites some anger. Yeah, I've heard the name.
I also know this name.
You do?
I do.
The diary. That's right.
The diary, yes.
Oh. Maybe it's time for you two to do some sharing.
How is home?
Huh?
And
I'm
why did it cut you off from
I'm
contact?
asking Rin how home was.
You caught me off guard. It's like,
How was your trip home?
yeah, give me 1 second. He's gonna get up and he's gonna open the little door to his that's right behind his chair. And you're gonna hear some rustling around.
Oh, the library, right.
Yep. And he's gonna come back with another little book that looks very much like Rin's diary.
It's not my diary. I don't write in this. I just read it.
Very much like the diary that Rin has been carrying.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the diary of Ulrich Garrick.
Yes, there's more than one?
There is. I'm guessing we have different time frame copies, but
Oh, maybe, yes. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. Okay. Does yours also mention this name?
it does.
What does it say?
He'll strum, and he'll find the page. Mytherian killed the detriment today.
Okay. You see Zaz get a little flustered, get a little twitchy. Normally when he's in official settings, he seems to be almost statuesque, as in he doesn't move much, but he just starts twitching.
Krix will move behind him and just set her hands on his shoulders. Kind of, you almost see her stature, which is larger than him, kind of bow into his from behind, kind of like she's lending him strength.
Styx has no idea what's going on, is a little worried. She has no clue what's going on here.
This, do you remember when we were with Henry and the other one that had died, the spiders and the chalk mine? You remember? Ship, and there was a box. Inside that box was this book.
I remember that book, yes.
Yes, I've been reading that book a lot. Mine does not say that. Apparently there's more than one book. Mine says, it's on the last page and it's rough faded, but it's what I can make out says, "My master, my friend Ligero, killed by Mathurian. He'll be missed. I will take on his duty. I will protect his home, and I will open the doors of his realm to the others. This place will be sanctuary." I found that particularly interesting, considering that is where we are. I do not think that that is a coincidence, and so when I asked about this, it was confirmed that I tell Alaric immediately because of events that are taking place now.
So you have a book that mentions the person who wants Tom to kill people, and it's done this before.
Yes, apparently it killed Ligero and
who's that?
Detradin.
Who are they?
Ligero?
Ligero, you don't know. The Detradin is the god of courage.
Yeah, this book also mentions him a little bit also. Earlier on, it mentions Ligero in there, and it just seems that he is he was a friend of this Ulrich Garrick, and possibly even taught some things to him.
For those who want to, can make a insight roll on either Alaric or Curatio. Zaz, if you make an insight roll, I'd like it to be with disadvantage.
26.
That's fine.
What? Oh, let me see where mine is.
On who sticks?
For me, it was going to be probably Curatio more than Alaric.
Okay.
I would also add, like, this is in the diary entries for all to see that we would have all seen together, but I would remind everybody that Ligero was also one of the ones I believe that helped. Like it says, Ligero helped banish Asharingar to the mountain with the dragon. So he, you know, was a helpful fellow. But this Mathurian has killed this guy, and apparently a god.
Do we think Mathurian and the dragon are working
Dirty
together?
20. Is possible. I do know there are other things going on. I got dirty 20, and I would do it on Alaric as well. I don't.
Sorry, regarding the dragon, everything could have been lies. That even could have been a lie, but it told me that
we've met the dragon though, and it was in chains.
The book told me that it was fine with us going against the dragon. It didn't seem to really care, though.
Do you know what this Mathurian looks like? Is it a ghost type? Is it a shadow? Is it cloaked?
You're muted, AJ.
You're muted, so whatever you're saying sounds real great. I'm sure it's a song.
I was being a smartass.
Yeah.
Good tell by the
Cheshire Cat.
I would ask Tom that. Obviously, that would be a Tom question.
Stkx with your 26. You said on a Curatio, right?
Yeah.
Curatio is staring Alaric down.
I'm more
a little
wanting
bit.
I want to see if he knows as much as Alaric, or if he's learning for the first time too.
Kirasha is staring Alaric down with annoyance.
Okay.
And
him and I are on the same page then.
Here. But this definitely looks like this is familiar to him.
Okay.
It doesn't look like he's learning for the first time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Am I getting anything off Alaric with a 20, dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's obvious that Alaric knows the Ligero name.
Mm-hmm.
You're fairly sure he's more familiar with it than he's leading on.
Yeah.
For a dirty 20, I think that's okay. Okay.
To Ren's question about the appearance, you asked that, right?
I did.
To Tom. If it is Mytherian, as it called itself, it appeared to me physically in dreams or whatever they were, 2 or 3 times, bathed in light. I don't know if that was some sort of sick trick now, but the eyes were this perfect, or not perfect, shade of purple. I've been trying to recreate it. That's the reason for the robes. That's the reason
And
for...
I stare at Valenthian.
Purple is their color.
Okay. Toothy smile or no?
No, never. Just eyes and light and a voice.
Circle thing in the eyes, or like mine without?
Good question. I might have to do a history check. I think it was a single purple shade, 2 dots.
Yeah, just pure shade purple.
Yeah, Tom says that.
Just like what Ren saw.
Yeah. Well, I know that, but
I know. I'm saying,
trying to connect the dots for her.
Yeah.
Valenthian, I think this is the guy. Or being that has her.
How do we possibly hunt this thing down?
With vengeance.
I don't know, but I must.
I don't think you will be able to get Zaz to do anything else until he has stopped.
He has the one that I serve.
Then we are in agreement. We hunt Mytherian down. We kill it.
Yes, I must save her, but also there is another problem to which I was told we needed to summon Ulrich. Do you know how to do this, Alaric?
Ulrich is gone.
Then why would she tell me we need to summon Ulrich? Now.
Kirasha's going to roll up and punch Alaric in the face.
I am going to... It will be like the closest thing to a smile that anybody has ever seen on Rin's face.
Rather out of character for the fairly mild manner.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
Fair.
putting in my notes too. Kirashio punches the shit out of Alaric.
For the first time in a while, I nudged Stkx and I go, "Why aren't you painting this?"
I'm savoring the moment. But I
At least do a
honestly
sketch
really...
of that punch. That was great.
Well,
Sorry.
sorry, I have something else on my mind.
Okay.
I made Tom those robes. If he didn't like them, I'm just trying to come up with something where I could make him another one.
I
I'm
think he liked
planning in
them
my
just
head.
fine.
They were beautifully made. They were just.
I know, but I think I'm gonna make you something new. I think you'll like it.
Well,
So
don't worry about
that was a beautiful punch. What was it for?
Somebody's hiding something.
Yes.
I'm also gonna give like Val a little pat and hug and say thanks for keeping Rin safe.
Kirashio's gonna go from
I know.
his.
You're alive. That's all she cares.
He's gonna go from his quick, hot anger back to his cool, calm self. Say, Tom, I'm sorry that you worship the wrong god. The god of light. Though Mathurian definitely isn't the god of light. The god of light
Holding my butt.
has long since been dead.
What? Why would you say that?
Because I know for a fact.
Building my barn for me then.
What about your barn?
Who's building it for me then?
Oh, that's not the god of light. What Stkx? Have you not seen the sigils and stuff around Sanctuary? Well, you sleep outside. Sanctuary's building your barn.
So
Okay, but
the
why
Lord
did
of
you
Light
punch
is
him?
here. Good.
Yeah,
Let Alaric
because
finish.
he's a fool. Just give me a second. He's gonna walk over to the door, and Jeremy's gonna hate me for this. He's gonna walk over to the door, and just right there in the very bottom left-hand corner, this is Kirashio. He's gonna place his hand, and a little rune's going to appear, and it's gonna glow bright and go back down. Okay. What I'm going to tell you. Yeah. I know. I told you, Jeremy, you're going to hate me on that. What I'm going to tell you is strictly for this room, and we're not going to speak of it outside of this room. Is that understood?
Fine.
Okay. My name is Kirashio Soulmentor, or Kira Soul.
No. I have read all about you.
And this is Ulrich Garrick.
Shut your
Put this
mouth.
together a while ago, but Styx has no idea.
You lying fucks. Huh.
He knows because he was there. He witnessed it.
You're older than you look.
Just as he understands my god's death.
You've really got to read this book.
30? What, 30? 35? I think I was like 12,000 when everything went down. I don't know. It's a long time. Okay, so it is 10 till 11.
Mhm.
I'd like for us to take our break here.
Absolutely not. I have things to say.
Yes.
Cliffhangers.
Nothing leaves this room. I am Kira Soul. This is Ulrich Garrick. And first and foremost, Tom, would you like your powers back?
No, I when I wanted to tell all of you, and everyone that I was with, they deserve to be in sanctuary. They saved Niam's life, and obviously Ren and Val speaks for itself. But I was nothing without that book, and I don't deserve to be here.
You stop talking right now.
No, I've made up my mind. I'm when this business is wrapped up, I'm going to go back to the Riverlands.
Look at your chest. What's there?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Your tattoo. You're not tattoos. Your scars are healed by this point. I think it's been about that time frame.
But the tattoo's still there.
The Dragon Slayer, Dragon Killer, whatever mark.
Yeah.
On the giant, yeah.
Yes.
Because we put special ink to create it into a tattoo.
That's right.
So you are more than just the powers that you were using. That proves it. You have great courage. And perhaps there's a way you can still be a part where you can still feel like you are worth. But the rest of us know you deserve to be here. Look at me, I'm all taking my
Right, smart.
You
Like,
deserve.
you
Your
could use
heart.
what's up in your brain. You're good at a lot of things. Magic doesn't mean anything.
All the powers do, all the magic does, is improve who you were. In a moment of weakness, you were taken over by something that manipulates and twists other things.
But you still did good things with the powers that you had.
Mm-hmm.
Alaric, what are you suggesting?
This was Kirashio talking.
Or Caraccio, what are you suggesting?
Tom, if you'd like your powers back, that can be arranged. Obviously not through Mithurium.
No.
A new patron.
Yeah, something like that.
Perhaps one of these two?
I failed in my service to the God of Light. I serve that book.
And you've
respectfully,
also been
I can't be
Sanctuary.
trusted. I can't be trusted with power. Not like that. Not anymore. It's best if I were to go.
Tom? Father Tom. Did you do good with those powers before you were shown where they truly came from?
I'd like to think so.
Okay, well, I know so. So does Stkx. So does
Mhm.
Rin. So does Val. So do Kirashio and, and Alaric here.
They would not
They
be
would not be
offering.
offering you your powers back if they did not think you served in a more than competent capacity to bestow those powers upon you again.
And think of all the people that we just, have coming here. All you did was talk to them,
You
and they wanted to come
inspired.
here.
You inspired people to do something different with their lives.
Give away of
You,
words.
50 years you spent in that abbey. You could have stayed hidden. Even after finding the book, you chose to leave. And you did good out in the world.
You can still be a champion.
And all the people that came here to Sanctuary might have been swayed by your words with the God of Light. They might want to still know more.
What would you have me serve?
Serve.
No, let Caraccio finish explaining.
Tom, the strength of your character speaks for itself. you're in this. You were duped by Mathurian, and I know him rather, knew him rather well. It's a skill of his. If you choose not to have any powers bestowed upon you, that's fine. Please try to go live a peaceful life. But if you'd like to stop him, I can grant you similar to what he gave you.
Tom, if I may, are you angry?
I'm angry at myself. Disappointed.
You're not angry at those who tricked you?
Of course I'm angry at the book, but
Okay,
No,
so
not
here,
the book. Mathurian.
Yes.
he tricked you. I am angry at that thing. The bug is angry at that thing. Would you not want to help us stop that thing? That thing has the one that I serve now.
That thing killed the one I serve.
That thing pretended to be who you were aiming to serve. Would you not want to help us stop that thing?
Of course I do. Yes.
Take the mantle of champion against Mathurian up. Take the powers and help us.
I want you to do whatever you want to do, but I want you to know that we probably need you.
More than you know, Tom.
Find out
And
what
I don't
the
want to walk
cost-
away.
Find out what the cost of the powers are first. What do you want in return of giving him powers? Anything?
Okay. Yeah, I think we're misjudging the offer here. Look here. I'll grant you power. I have the ability to do this. All you have to do is not go on a murderous rampage.
Wow. That's a pretty good
What-
deal.
What power? What?
Kirasha's gonna throw his hand up, shoot an Eldritch Blast, just at the wall.
Rin is just gonna love it because she knows he's the one that took Alaric's eyeball, and it's just the best thing ever.
Are you a god? What is going on right now?
Darn
I
I'm-
understand either.
I'm not a god. I'm very old.
He's very old.
Yeah.
age
so,
comes power.
If anyone wants to roll history at this moment, they can.
Why not?
Got the best stats in that? 14.
24.
Anyone,
Yeah, you
us?
can't beat my 7.
anyone,
That's my bonus.
anyone above a 15
Here.
remembers that legend has it elves are so long lived because the original elves were immortal. So
Krix was on the training fields the day they covered that.
They were what? It
Zaz was
froze
reading
on my
books.
side.
immortal.
Okay.
They were once immortal.
So he is one of the ancient elves, basically.
Mhm.
So, whereas modern elves are not immortal anymore.
Mhm.
Not that Krix knows this, but
Yeah. No, we
Sure we do. We saw an elf die.
Above
Almost
and
twice.
below table questions are perfectly fine. Look, Tom, I'm old. It's just if you want it, I believe that you're a good person. I think I can help.
And you could give these powers to anyone. You're choosing me?
You're a good person, Tom.
It's a little bit more complicated than just giving them. There's a connection that forms, just like you had the connection with Thurian, where look at your eyes. So, yes, could I do this sort of thing? Yes. The question is, do you trust that I'm not going to be a Thurian?
Why is there always a contract?
I mean,
Because that's how the power works, Stkx. Because that's how the power works.
Shouldn't be.
Yes, everybody
power
trades. Everybody trades power for something.
For those truly born
That you know
without the
of.
magical aptitude, this is how it works.
Or you spend lots of time studying.
but respectfully and with a lot of respect, I think to actually understand the answer to the question you just asked, do I trust you? I think my friends here seem to have a lot of questions.
Whatever questions you have.
I might understand better after we understand what's going on.
You don't have to decide now, but this is something to think about. By all means, no pressure. We'll answer whatever questions we can to the fullest of our ability. So,
if you knew Mytherian was out there, why haven't you tracked them down before now?
I cannot reach the plane of the Detritus. And
nobody can.
Exactly. And
yet we are here.
Mytherian has his own plane.
We can't go back.
Mytherian has his own plane just like that. A sanctuary, and the Large going to chime up. Sanctuary is and was what was Ligero's plane. Ligero created Sanctuary. He was the first one to create the planes.
Who is Ligero?
He was a friend.
Would we have known him by another name from our plane?
Ligero was the god of light, as you call
okay.
Makes sense why you said he's dead now. It's in your book everywhere.
I know it's going to sound really complicated for a bit. So, we don't know where Mytherian is because Mytherian can hop planes like many of the gods.
I stumbled upon something that opened a portal from our home plane, which was the realm of Detritus.
So you stumbled upon some sort of key. I don't know.
No, it was a combination of alchemy and magic and an explosion, and we ended up here.
Had I not come to bring him his lunch, he would have ended up here on his own.
Yes, that would have been sad.
Like I said, we weren't privy to the Detritus's plane, so we don't know how to get there. We don't know how to get you back, and we don't know how to get to Mytherian's plane.
Okay. But you have more knowledge than I have about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that throws out a lot of my starter questions. Give me some time to think.
I'll be completely honest. I do not think there is a point to us returning to Detritus's plane. We're here for a reason.
We're here to. Mm-hmm. But
Whether
if we,
there was an accident on this one's part that we ended up here, I still believe there was a reason.
and perhaps that reason is maybe
And-
my accidental knowledge is a way to track down.
And had it not been
His
for you,
killer.
Tom, we would not have found Sanctuary. We would still be wandering with that stupid circus.
It was the best way to travel around and get information, regardless of how much of an ass the owner was.
This is very fascinating, but here are my questions. Are you ready in order? One, you guys were fighting at one point in the diary. You took his eye. Bravo to you. Also, did you ever get that spell that you were talking about? Did you ever cast it on him? Did you win? Did you punch him back? Also, about the Dark Elf incursion on Termina right now, what are we going to do about that?
Rin. Hold on.
What
Let them
incursion?
answer a question.
One, you do not have permission to be in my head, and no.
What
Okay.
incursion?
Finish. We'll talk about that in a minute. This is important.
Yeah. So originally, I was kidnapped from my homeland by
Right.
the people called the Ancients.
Right.
I was put into slavery
Uh-huh.
as a gladiator, where Hiroshio was quite literally just a manslayer.
A human slayer. A very bravo, Curatio. I am here for you.
But to answer your question, yes, I got my spell.
What was it?
Oh, God, that was like my first. It was a force blast. That's it.
Listen, I've been waiting a long time to find out. I haven't gotten to the rest of our, but well done. But he took your eye, but now you are friends.
I think by process of elimination, they're the only friends that they have left.
We gained a mutual respect.
That makes
each
sense.
other.
That happens sometimes in fighting.
Over time.
Yeah. That makes sense.
In tens of thousands of years.
So also,
It was
what,
faster than that.
I was supposed to summon you, and here you are. So now what do we do?
Right, the list is big. There's a lot of things going on. We still got the Sharingar thing.
Right. But what about the incursion?
If the Dark Elves are marching for war, it's
He
war.
was quite
I mean,
clear.
war
We
happens.
needed to get a hold of you now. There is no time.
And I'm right here.
So if
Yeah.
we,
So
wait,
what
wait.
do we do?
So we know where? Do we know where the Raven Queen was taken from?
I assume she was in her realm. That is the last
Her
place I
sanctum?
saw
Yeah.
her, right? That's the last place we
So,
saw her. Valentine,
is there-
yes?
Yeah, we were there at her sanctum.
Yep.
So is there a way to like? I know I'm rather new to this magic thing compared to you two, but is there a way to trace any remaining magic?
Not as far as like a teleport spell to find someone. Like if you're thinking, of can we follow the teleportation trail, it doesn't work like that.
Okay, but there are other spells that like locate objects and people. I know I made money using those spells. Is there something similar that we could do with the Raven Queen?
She'd have blockers put on.
Yes, it is silent now.
There's enchantments to be able to stop such spells.
So you intend to do nothing about Termina?
We're not an army.
We can warn. We can.
Then why did you make me go all the
Send
way to
people.
Farasia when I was perfectly fine doing what we needed to be doing?
Because. Hold on, I've got to pull something up.
Get us back together because we're better together as a group than we are in separate pockets.
There's also that.
I don't think that was his intention.
We
I
really
think it
had
was.
to talk to Nehem's father.
Yeah, we had business also. So I mean,
the Stkx really wants to go to Pharasha with Nehum and figure out what the hell's going on with this assassin. He doesn't care about all of this. She just that's on her mind. It's like I was working on this. I need to finish that.
Do you not think that the murder of the Elf King's daughter or whatever would perhaps destroy alliances?
For Stkx, it's more why does this god want her dead? What did she do? Does she
Cause
know
chaos.
who you are?
Daughter of somebody important? Kill her?
Cause chaos.
Cause chaos?
Weaken the
Yeah.
world.
But we still don't know why or the long term. She's there for
I
a
don't
reason.
think we've had the chance to interrogate this
No.
godly being.
Yeah. But
Oh,
When we get that chance, we'll get the answers.
I never added a name. I meant to add a name there. Oh well. I'm gonna put the name now.
where?
I'm gonna say it. Well, Ren, you needed to come back because Lucretia was kidnapped.
Lucretia.
Yeah, I didn't add a name, but if you look at your entry number 1, that would be the name of that person.
On mine or on the general knowledge?
On yours.
One? On mine. Oh. Is
Lucretia the Raven Queen?
no. She would never have a common name like that.
She went from mortal to god, right?
She would never have a common name like that. I know her name. Don't question her. So so the first one, the one that feeds birds and makes jokes.
Yep.
How do you spell her name?
Lucrecia. Lucretia.
Okay.
So I ask the question again: is Lucretia the Raven Queen?
And I say again, no.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking the guys who know her.
So you wouldn't hear it.
Okay.
That is her name.
Okay, so crap. But we have no way to track him.
I'm gonna wander over to Tom. It's really weird when those two talk to people because all you do is just see facial expressions. It's really weird.
I know, and the facial expressions are not
I know.
facial expressions I'm used to.
I don't understand what's going
on. I do have a question of my own, I suppose. Either of you. I told you where I found that book. Something must have put it there. Are there others like it? Are there others like me that are serving that thing?
And can we destroy it?
Well, clearly there are others like Drow. There was the assassin.
So
let's try. You see, Krix whip out one of her daggers, and she jumps forward and stabs the book.
Stabs in the paper.
I think the magic's gone.
So, killing a god is,
I would think hard.
but it
Doable.
is. You mainly need a godly weapon.
And those have all been getting snapped up by somebody.
Which is the whole point of us trying to get y'all to build a force to take him back from Asharangar and destroy Asharangar.
So who all knows who you two really are? Other than us. Anyone else in Sanctuary?
No.
Not even Celine.
No.
And
Chris would have made sure everybody was hearing this.
Okay. Does the dragon know who you are? So you're the ones who, put it where it is.
I mean, the dragon is still in his.
But does he know you're still alive and here?
Oh, does Asharangar know that we're alive?
Yes.
Probably not.
Well.
Am I understanding right that Sharingar and Mithrian are not in league with one another? It is just that Sharingar has the weapons and you need them.
Well, we didn't exactly know the Mithrian thing. Asharangar getting weapons, he can't use the weapons. Mortals can, if done properly. It's still not easy for a mortal to use the weapon, but to break the binding for him, using them as a key, yeah, it'd take time. And time is something we thought we had.
So what do you think our main goal is? Termina? Or deal with Nihim and Pharasia?
Well,
I assume Termina.
if we're sending a message, anybody in the guild could get a message to Termina.
True.
Doesn't need our.
Unless they need more people to help. Like, who's attacking them? I don't think you actually told Stkx.
The Dark Elves.
Why?
We don't know.
I don't know a lot about Rin's kind. Don't they prefer underground?
That doesn't mean that they can't march up. That they can't make a march.
Just
haven't they been known to do so in the past? If rarely.
They have been. Wars have happened with all the races throughout time.
If somebody needs to get a message to the King of Pharasia, that could also, again, isn't necessarily something we need to handle specifically,
or
unless it's called for.
Maybe have him come here and talk to his daughter. See if he can find out what's wrong with her.
If Mithrian's trying to kill Neum, which that's fairly obvious,
Like Sanctuary is the best place for her.
It's just a stab at their royalty, considering she's the youngest. That would be my assumption.
Her father still deserves to know.
Danae's a pussy. He's not going to do anything.
Still deserves to know.
Yeah, we'll tell him.
So then, go ahead, Tom.
Well, with what we have, with who we have, we recruited, we gathered, we have. If we took this group and we moved on Sharangar now, would we lose?
There's a decent chance you would.
Is there any? So if we called on all the other guilds to go with us, who would go with us?
Well, we already have
The daring.
Thank you. My mind went blank. We already have those of the daring that helped us out, or that joined us, thanks to Rand and Tom. But Goliath is allied with us, of course. That's a hit or miss.
Mostly miss.
Have we had any recent information from any of the others, or even from Goliath? Has anybody spoken to them recently?
Well, the daring's dissolved.
Oh, right. They've been folded in with us, but has anybody spoken with Goliath or had contact with any of the others recently?
No, I haven't spoken with Malprovis in 2 weeks.
Is Malprovis like you? Is he some sort of secret 50,000-year-old?
No. Malprovis is just some necromancer, I think.
That doesn't sound great, though, in itself.
But sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and maybe for now. I know. You really, you're more in touch with nature and all of that, and the necromancy probably does not jive well. But for now, if it helps us deal with the problem, perhaps we should.
Or cause another problem. Well,
I believe we have no friends there. It was his assassin, was it not?
I don't think it was his assassin. I think it was the other M. The one that we just got out of your head.
Oh, right.
Anyway, he is 5 feet deep and probably full of worms by now.
If what other questions do you have?
Where to next? What's our main goal?
I would say gathering the weapons from a Sharangar and taking him out.
So in other words, train the people that are here first.
So, if that's our first and foremost, what kind of a time frame are we looking at with gods being abducted and taken out?
That's a good question. I don't know the time frame.
Is there a way to contact other gods and see if they're willing to make more of these godly weapons? I know there was a prohibition put on it.
Yeah, nothing gets made. There hasn't been anything new made since Well, really, since the fall of the Detritus.
So what happens when a god dies? What happens to all their power?
Oh, their power dies with. Well, yeah, their power dies with, or it should die with.
You might have answered this, but the big three, guilds, and moving for purgatory. What does that have to do with any of this?
Oh, mortals like to do things for profit. Purgatory is essentially a game from the gods.
Has anything changed with that game recently?
That all depends on the game master.
Who's the game master? An asshole. That doesn't answer the question.
We like names.
I see that half smile on your face, Renee. You know who they're talking about.
Rin would not show you that.
No, I know that. I'm saying you know that.
The game master is the right hand of the gods, and he's the right hand of the gods because his nose is the asshole of the gods. Ultimate brown nose. The game master was a human who was kidnapped like I was, and he had a different path laid before him.
Does he have a name?
Do you remember where you were when you got kidnapped? Would the other people who keep getting kidnapped be in the same spot?
Well, all right. So we were in the same spot. Anyways, yeah, his name's Perdnam.
Perdnam?
Perdnam from Purgatory?
The Plains of Perdnam.
Oh. Nice to have
Which
a
is
place named
where
after
we are.
yourself.
So you both are saying that more or less now is the time to move on the dragon.
It seems like our hand's been forced there.
Do we make an appeal to Goliath first to join on the way?
Yeah, I think that can be done.
We got a lot of people out here that aren't really that trained that great either, so we'll have to go through them and pick the best. I don't want to just throw untrained people at a dragon again. True. We had 840 people the last time we were there. Partially my fault.
But as far as what Mathurian's doing, we can speculate. A god kidnapping another god, that that's not something that just happens. So we're not really sure. We need more information. We got to try.
Rin leaves.
Okay.
If the door's not locked.
I'll unlock it. I don't give a shit. I'll break it down. I'm leaving.
It was more of a silent thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So where's Rin going?
To check in on Celine, but I'm not staying in that room.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
You'll see Celine laying in bed. Hi, Rin.
Are you
All
all
big
right?
belly.
Pretty much any day now, yeah?
Hello, Rin.
It feels like it.
You see Bixie, in a corner. Looks like she's knitting something.
She's what?
Knitting.
I don't even want to know, I don't think. No pain, no nothing, you're okay?
No, it kicks, it's like kick my lung into my throat, but
Rin will put her hand on the belly this time.
okay. So Rin puts her hand on the belly.
Yep.
And what you feel is that connection strengthen, like it moves from like a shoestring to a rope. So like you feel that connection like get bigger.
Okay.
And you see, so Celine's belly glows just a little bit in one little spot, right where your hand is. Not super bright, but kind of like, you shine a flashlight on your hand.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. So there's a little glow, and when you move your hand, you see just a little like glowing hand right there at the belly.
Does that happen often?
No, that was a first.
Strange.
But that was cool. Look, he's got so much magic.
I told you your baby was special, Celine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little stealing fairy. If something happens, I need you to figure out how to let me know.
Oh, now, last time I used the stone, I got yelled at. So, just so we're clear, you're saying if something's wrong, I'm allowed to use the stone?
Well, I don't know your rules. I'm telling you, if something happens with her, like the baby is... I said baby, that's so weird. The creature comes out, or if there's a problem or something like that, yes, I need you to let me know.
Okay, just so
I'm not the boss of you. I'm just saying, let me know.
Stkx got mad at me because I wanted to tell you something to Zaz, but I used the stone without asking, and Stkx got mad. But if you're saying I can, if something's wrong with baby, Celine.
But like actually wrong, not like...
Yeah, yes, I know.
Great, thank you. Do you need anything, Celine, before I go?
Nope. Okay. If you'll hand me that glass of water, I think I'll be good.
Okay, I will do that, and I will hand it to her. I might even kind of what did you just do then?
Water breaks. I'm joking.
I was like, nope, I'm not equipped for this. I will be yelling down the hallway. I'll kind of fluff up her pillow a little bit and just... I'll be quiet. I'll shut the door. Okay, on my way out. Don't forget little stealing fairy. Don't forget. Silence and consent. Great. And then I'm going to go check on Dax, who is in fact in Valenthian's room, because that's where I told him to go. But then you can go to the other guys, so you can do them in.
Yep. Tom, your question?
Yes, before you offer me power again, you've been around long enough to know what a pact is, which I suppose I made a pact. I made that pact to Mytherian. Um, my powers are gone. The book appears just a book now, but I don't know if I can ever trust myself again. What if they come back?
Well, him withdrawing his power from you, Tom, absolves your pact with him. You would have to have an agreement with him again.
No, never.
So, like I said, the only stipulation I'll put on you is you can't take innocent life.
I never wanted to.
Then there's no issue.
And I owe my life to this group for not letting me do it.
I say sleep on it.
Yes.
And I'd like to take you somewhere. Also there, Tom.
All right.
Let's start preparations for.
Well, I have a question.
Mhm.
So, when you guys were kidnapped, is this where you met the gods?
Oh, at Sanctuary?
No. Like, way back when you got kidnapped and all that stuff. Like, seems like a lot of this ties back to that time.
Yeah, so let me explain the gods to you. So the gods were mortal beings. They're called the Ancients now. You might see some of their works, around the cities, right? So most of these people were extremely talented in magic, which is how they came to rule Arcaria. The War of the Gods was in reality just a kind of a regular civil war, granted with feats of great magic, but nonetheless, how they became gods was by certain necromantic means, some malicious, some not, depending on the god, and boom, immortal. It's a spell that's been long since lost to be able to reproduce. So
Lost to all those but the gods.
Mhm. And even some of the gods didn't do it themselves, like Mytherian. So Zaz, I know you're. I can't get too crazy into it because even I don't fully understand how it was done. But there was the war of the gods really ended up more as a sacrifice in multiple places of many souls to create these massive soul gems. And by creating this gem and absorbing the power, the gods were able to gain their immortality.
Okay, so could, just as a thought here, could Moltharion be wanting to push us to go and fight the dragon sooner, be an opportunity for him to create another soul gem and gain more power?
Anything's possible. I think the dragon is more just a distraction than anything else. If I had to guess, but
could a dragon's soul be captured in a soul gem?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
souls are souls.
Right, but the older a soul is, the more power it has? Question mark?
Well, dragon magic's different than other magic.
Sure. But does a dragon's soul still contain power that can be transferred via a soul gem?
Yeah, but
just something to think about.
It's not something that I know was done, and it's a rather complicated process to be able to do it.
Sure, but if one has had thousands of years to prepare.
True. That's something we can ponder on.
Just a thought.
But like I was saying, and we really don't need to worry about the soul gem thing. No one's made a soul gem in millennia
that we know of, or that you know of.
But but what I'm thinking is we can gather our strengths. We'll go to we'll take on Sharangar. The Dark Elf March. We'll send word. We'll send word to Termina. If we can assist with that, I'd like to offer our assistance. Sanctuary as a whole, but it's just one of those things. Will we have the time frame for it? Will we have the manpower for it? And we can reach out to those who we know we can trust in among the gods. It's not a regular talking basis. So I believe Curatio has a way to contact the Vidara. And maybe we can pay her a visit and see if she'll offer her assistance. And myself and Curatio will help in this endeavor more actively.
Well, I think that settles most of our issues. And having you two along, I guess, is going to be better than I thought it was going to at one point. Okay.
Any other questions?
Can I have access to your library? Can I read that journal?
You can make a persuasion.
I'm an officer here. I need to know everything. Persuasion. Like, 17.
No.
Fine.
Just a flat deadpan. No.
Fine.
I didn't even know that book had made it out. Pointing at the one that Ring has. Well, it didn't make it out. So that one, I don't know. I think that one fell out of my pack some years ago in a visit to Stkx.
Is there a selection of books from your library that we could have access to?
Can I give you a list of topics?
If you tell me specifically what you're looking for, I will endeavor to appease you.
Magical research and history.
The life
Magical
and
research.
times. The life and times of Ligaro, the god of light.
Okay, well, he does not have a biography. I did not write him a biography. I will tell you.
Any religious book about him?
The religion thing came later. The whole reason the gods are the gods are because it was easier for them to be gods and step back from the mortal world than to keep interfering with it.
Well, for the most part.
Well, they weren't supposed to be interfering with it. Just like we wasn't.
Okay.
Ligaro was the elected leader of the ancients for a period of time, or in the period that I was in service to him.
I wouldn't go spreading that around to all the people that worship it. Right.
Say this conversation wasn't supposed to leave this room.
Nope.
You can see why blasphemy would be considered blasphemous, and that's a big deal among common folk.
That's fine.
When I was a young elf, magic was everywhere. There wasn't these sort of restrictions that you see among the people now. A cleric, there wasn't a cleric and a druid and a wizard. It was just spells.
Magic.
Well, who then bestows the magic to the clerics and people who worship the god of light?
That's a weird one, because if you think of magic fully as a gift, then it would work like that. But if you think of magic as part of your life force, it works differently.
In other words, Tom, you don't need to sign a pact. Just believe in it.
Tom, nope. For Tom, that's a different story. And the reason why it's a different story, which I've said this already, is those born inept of magic get packs.
As Stkx said, I think ought to take the night Think
Mhm.
about it.
Anyway, Tom, come with me if you don't mind.
All right.
So
For
about my request for magical research and history.
Yeah, you're gonna, as AJ, you're gonna have to give me
Oh,
a
no,
little
just
bit
like-
of time to
Just like,
fulfill.
just like, would I have access or no? It's like I can wait
Oh.
for the answer.
No, I essentially, Lark does not want you reading through all his diaries.
Sure, he can
Yeah.
have his diaries as personal and not include those
Mhm.
as history or magical research. That's fine. It's of course, topics that Alaric would be okay with me. Like, is there stuff inside those topics that he would be willing to give me access to? That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't need to know what they are now. That can wait till later. But like, just
Yeah.
I'm not asking to pry. I'm asking to have more information than I have now.
Yeah. Yeah. You with the answer of no, you can have the guess that the library isn't a library. The library is just 20,000 years of diaries.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, 20,000
Knew
years
he
of
was a
knowledge is still
teenage girl.
20,000 years. A teenage girl. So, oh my gosh, I think Valenthian likes me. So there is one diary that just has Val and hearts all over the cover.
For sure.
Okay. Now,
Is it
Rin.
written in the hand of a young dragon?
Now, Rin. Going into Valenthian's room
Mhm.
to talk to Dex.
Yeah. Are you okay?
It keeps freezing on my side, and I have no fucking idea why.
Yes. How are you, second boy?
Hi, Rin. I'm good. The room's kind of
Yeah.
empty.
What do you mean?
I
You say
mean,
room. What do you
yeah,
want
but-
in here?
cobwebs.
I think she would just like fall to her knees and just be like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." Hey, speaking of cobwebs, let me run something by you real quick. How do you feel about dragons?
I've never met a dragon.
How do you think Loth would feel about dragons?
Loth probably doesn't like dragons. I mean,
Would say that's probably accurate.
it's not, it's not her creation. So yeah, Loth wouldn't like dragons.
I think that's fair.
Loth only likes the dark elves because
And death.
we're
Blood.
Loth's creation.
Right, death and blood and all of that as well, yes. Do you need anything aside from the cobwebs or something? Well, they'll come eventually. He never cleans in here anyway.
I don't know. We can. Do you want to get something to eat later?
You want to go right now? I know where there's some great spiderweb goulash. It's my favorite. You
Yes.
know that, yes? Great. Then come on, I will show you. It's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's pretty good for up here for topsider.
Cool.
Yeah.
Y'all going fine.
Yep. I am also anticipating that when I'm going to find Valentine will be there eventually. So we're gonna wait around for Valentine to show up to the food. Yeah.
Alright.
Eventually.
Y'all are waiting for food.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other in-game questions for the two? Okay. Any other above-board questions for the one?
Questions, no, but I do have something I want to do with Tom.
Okay. Let's do that. And then y'all are released from the room. Or, yeah. The Q&A is over.
While Tom and I leave, I'm just gonna pretty much go. Was it me, or is that just a bunch of bull?
What part? What?
Well, you and I both, and Alark, he said before that he worships the god of light. And he literally just said the god of light is dead. Why is he worshipping a dead god and telling people he is? Makes no sense to me. Like, he's pretty much just told us where whatever we've been praying to is dead and been a waste of our time our entire life.
I don't exactly
like
trust
that.
my own. No, I didn't either. I don't exactly trust my own judgment right now, but I will say it's the only part that doesn't make any sense to me. The God of Light is good.
Exactly.
He's looked after many, and obviously some who didn't even deserve it.
And like,
but
the other part for me is like, anyone can learn magic. I've seen it. Like, Zaz learns by reading and studying. He wasn't born with it. But like, for all the paladins and clerics that do worship the God of Light, how do you say all of them were born with it and were just randomly stumbled upon it and through worship? I don't know. Anyway.
Magic has always eluded me, Stkx. I tried to study for a long time what I thought it meant to be a cleric, and it never went anywhere. But I've met and served with several clerics and paladins, and they're not the fake that I was. They're the real deal.
No, you are too. You got conned early. I think that's the only thing.
But they didn't make a pact with a book, which I think you know too.
Well,
you
never know. They might have if they found it first. But anyway, through all of this, I think there's something you need to do, and I want to be there for you. I want to go see Nehum, and I want you to be there. I think I know you didn't mean it. Let's apologize to her.
I would like that very much. I didn't want to derail their offer. I don't want to derail us at all, but I even feel it would be. I feel I should face justice. What I tried to do.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how to run your life, but signing a contract again after just coming out of one just seems, I don't know. I think stick to your original way of life and pray for it. You never know what's going to happen.
What I will say is
let's talk to Niam, and if she feels I should bring myself to Phrygia and go that path, I will do that. And if she feels I shouldn't, then I won't.
Yeah, I don't know if she's awake yet, so that's the main other thing I wanted to see. I don't know. Is she conscious yet, or is she still flat as a board?
So you're going to make your way to the house of healing?
Yeah. I would assume she's still out.
No, I can. She's conscious. She's conscious. She's lucid, but she's tired because she would have gotten a level back from exhaustion.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if she was actually awake or not when we brought her.
Nope. She was unconscious when you brought her.
Okay.
All right. So
she's gotten a little better.
So, Alaric will say, as y'all exit, if you have questions, come to me. Same thing for Curatio. Belithian, when you exit, you'll see Dax tucking in hard and maybe nibbling on spider webs.
Oh, I didn't go to the tavern.
You know, it overlooks the tavern.
Oh, I thought, well, Val is instead going to go down to Belkin's smithing area, pull out his own smithing tools, and just start hammering away. Probably until he's too exhausted to stand anymore.
Okay. I think that this is the place to call it. And side RP galore through the day. I'm going to say we're sitting at late afternoon, early evening.
You had mentioned something about the new 2024 handbook, player's handbook, and if we wanted to switch over to those